City is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my list, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well.
My idea was to build Liverpool into a bastion of invincibility, you know, like... Napoleon had that idea, he would conquer the bloody world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Red Sky Pods. Hope you enjoyed the intro. I think we did, didn't we, lads?
Very good, very good.
That
was superb.
Right, so here we go. Liverpool, Man United, or Man United, Liverpool, take two. The fans have been moved on. They're not in the ground. Liverpool team sent the decoy coach out. Who stops a Liverpool bus to slash the tyres that hasn't got a police escort? Come on. It's not rocket science, is it? Well done anyway, boys. It gave us a bit of amusement. So, Colette, welcome to the show, mate. First time on. The rest of the lads have been on before, so very welcome to come on at Red Sky anytime you like.
Thanks very much for having me, mate. Cheers.
We'll start with you, my friend. How are you feeling about tonight? Confident? Not confident? How are you feeling?
No, far from confident. To be honest, I think my comments have been with Liverpool. Liverpool, I think, are so lucky we've still somehow got a chance of being in the Champions League. You know, it's in our own hands somehow. I mean, I haven't looked at the stats for it yet, but there can't be many seasons when you've lost that many games at home, and the performances we've put in, the points we've dropped, and still have a chance. I have got a good feeling about tonight. I don't really know why, because I think Nat Phillips has improved this year and really done really well. But Reece Williams does worry me, guys, and I just think United's front line, they're going to get opportunities. There's no scenario where United don't get opportunities tonight. So I feel like for us to win, Alisson's going to have he's a top keeper anyway, but he's really going to have to pull off a few brilliant saves tonight. I do think our attack might play well. I've got a feeling that it might just click tonight. So I do feel confident in the attack. As I say, I just feel like we need to get a bit of luck when it comes to defending. Because let's be honest, guys, when Liverpool have been amazing, we are terrible at Old Trafford. We could be an unbelievable run. And it's just so obvious that there's definitely a bit of a psychological issue when we go there. A bit like United when they come to Anfield. But I have got a good feeling. I don't know why, but I do have a better feeling. I feel like tonight it might just click.
I'm hoping you're right, mate. I'm hoping you're right. Just before we go on, boys, I have got the Man United team here. It's an interesting lineup. So it's Henderson, Lindelof, Bailey, Pogba, Rashford, Fred, Bruno Shaw, Van Bissaka and McTominay.
Yeah,
that sounds to me like they're going one up top. I think they're sitting in to frustrate us and they're not bothered about trying to win the game. I genuinely believe that's the way they're going with that lineup. What do you think, Ian?
Sound looks like it, doesn't it? Just something on what Conroy's just said there about even when we were great, we were poor at Old Trafford. Maybe there'll be a reverse. We've been poor all season, and maybe we'll be great at Old Trafford.
Maybe, mate. Maybe. Well, do you know when? Remember Rodgers? Remember when Benteke scored the overhead kick, or was it? Or when Sturridge scored? It was one of those games. I think we lost 3-0 at Old Trafford, but I remember we played. There's been times where we've not been playing that well in the league, and we've played quite well at Old Trafford. But so hopefully, reverse psychology works tonight. Hopefully, mate.
Well,
I remember that game.
I'm hoping today that what's gone on over the protests and stuff like that has annoyed the Liverpool players a little bit and got them wound up and ready to take the game to United tonight. Just looking at that lineup, it looks like they're going to play counter-attacking football to me. They're going to try and hit us on the counter-attack because they know our two centre halves are not the paciest, to say the very least. And obviously Robertson and Trent could easily get caught out. I'm just worried that the way that they're sitting in might affect what Robertson does, because Robertson tends to, if we play a game like that, he tends to sit back a bit more because he's scared they're going to get caught on the counter-attack, especially when you've got Phillips and you've got Williams there. So I just hope it doesn't affect his game too much. We'll just have to see. mate, like Conroy, for some strange reason, I've got a good feeling about tonight, and I am for the hell of me. I can't for the hell of think why. I think it's because before last night's results, I thought top four was done. I thought it was gone. Didn't see Arsenal getting the result at Chelsea whatsoever. So hopefully it spurred a few fans on, and hopefully it spurred the players on as well, Steve.
Big up to Red Sea Pod who joined in and sent some comments. So thanks for that, guys. If you're watching and you've got some thoughts, send them in. We'll read them out. We'll chat about them. We'll distribute them amongst the lads, the panel, and we'll have a bit of a chit chat. Dave Cole, you look like you've seen a few Liverpool Man United games in your time, mate.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about tonight?
I'll give you 3 guesses. It's
Positive,
either
positive.
ultra positive, ultra confident, or totally over the top confidence. We are going to expose these guys. What they are is a gang of frauds tonight. Thiago and Fabinho tonight are going to destroy Ole's team tonight by basically showing them what they are, world-class players. He's trying to be clever there tonight by stifling our midfield. And tonight, them guys are going to show them for what they are. You know, our new mate here tonight, he's bang on there. He's bang on. We're going to basically take them apart tonight.
You know what, Dave? They should play that video to the team before every game, mate. Every game. It'd be inspiring, lad, I tell you. Never met a more positive man. Your glass is always half full, but then we've seen the sides of your glass is stellar, mate. So that's
No, I might be on the Guinness tonight, mate.
Oh, God help us. Yeah, you're in Birkenhead, aren't you now? Steer clear. So no worries about that. Back to the sensible side of it, Conroy. Do you think we can make top 4? Do you think we can go? We haven't won 3 games in a row all season, never mind 4. Where's your thoughts on that? Where you're at with that one?
See, the thing, Steve, is like I'm like, see, in the past, I'm more about results, but see this season, see if we'd played like 5 games in a row well and we maybe drew a few, but we're consistently playing well, I'd have confidence. It's because the performances are like chalk and cheese sometimes. That's what annoys me. Like Liverpool this season, someone made a good point, is we could beat United tonight, but then someone says, will we beat Burnley? You know, will we get the result against West Brom? For some reason, though, as I say, this false confidence, I do agree that if we do get a result tonight, I've said it all season, I hope we can get a bit of... The biggest problem this season has been consistency with Liverpool. It really has, and that goes from the attack especially. There's games where they've been clicking, and then there's other games where it looks like they've not played together. I think we can. If we win tonight, I think we can. But see, I just logically don't think we can do it tonight. That's where I am. I feel like if you look at the season, I've said all season, I don't think we'll make top 4. We've got a bit of luck by Arsenal somehow beating Chelsea last night. I don't think anybody saw that coming. If we win tonight, I think we can do it. But I need to see that team put in a performance that shows the fans that they're ready for that battle, because it's going to be a battle, because it's not just like you win tonight and that's it. Like Leicester play Chelsea, there's going to be tops and turns as well. If we win tonight, I think we can do it, Steve. But I know Dave was very positive there, but as Ian said as well, they need to show us. If they win tonight, they really need to show us they can do that, and I think they would get that confidence from a win tonight. I want my team to just show me what they can do. I want that attack to show me that they're not just a system team that a lot of people have been saying, you know what, when all the pieces aren't there, it doesn't work. I want them to actually show me what they've been working on and to break down, how many times this season have you heard, oh, a team's got a low block, that's when we've not beaten them. This is elite football sport, guys. You don't get excuse because a team's shape is good. That's not excuse. You should be the intelligence to work on stuff to break them down. And I feel like, listen, Dave, I hope you're right, mate. I do feel like if we win tonight, we'll make it, but I need to see a performance. I need them to show me that it matters to them as much as it has to us, because let's be honest, it's been a bit of write-off this year. I still can't believe we've got a chance of top 4. I'm in disbelief, but hopefully we can get it over the line. Sorry, I went on a bit of tangent about the season there. Apologies.
All good, all good. I mean, you're quite right. We could get 69 points, which would be 30 less than last season, and still potentially be in the top 4 teams in the country. That's insane, because we've been absolutely dreadful for most of the season, to be fair. So I take on board everything you say. I can't believe it either. somehow the door is not closed. This far into the season playing like we are, and there's doors open, a little bit ajar. Dave Cole's going to beat that door down, mate. We're going to get fourth place.
I think Leicester will beat Chelsea as well. I think Leicester will beat Chelsea. I've got a funny feeling. I think Leicester will beat. I could see. I've said Chelsea are nailed on, but see, could you imagine if Leicester beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final? That team could lose all confidence. The Chelsea team. So sorry, Dave. On you go, mate.
Yeah, right. The thing is, right. While it's still mathematically possible for us to make sure that we do everything that we can, while it's mathematically possible, we've got to keep going, and that's what this Liverpool team does. We don't give nothing up without a fight. You know, I quite fancy Trent to bag one tonight. I've got a feeling, you know. But while there's something to fight for, you've got to give it everything.
Dave, I take what you're saying, mate. Any other season other than this one, I completely agree with you. We shipped 4 goals at home to Man City. We lost 5 other games in a row. That fight and that intensity to win games, when you're lacking in quality, your hard work, your effort, your enthusiasm, your motivation, and the most important thing that's been missing from this team for me is an inner desire to win football matches, to get across the line by whatever means. If that takes like a Herculean performance where you roll up your sleeves and get stuck in and be physical, that's what we needed to see. We haven't seen it. The last game we had a chance of being involved in a title run-in was home to City, and we rolled over. If the fans had been there, that they wouldn't have allowed them to do that. So we have missed the fans big time. Going back to the point before, like I say, I can't believe we're sat here 4 games away from the end of the season and we could still make Champions League with the way things are going.
It's in our hands, Steve. Yeah. It's in our hands. We're not
it's in our hands. It's insane.
If we make it, we owe Arsenal a pint. We owe Arsenal a beer, because honestly, that result came from nowhere last night. That was unbelievable, that result. Could not believe that last night.
I was sitting there watching it thinking, what are they smoking over there to get that result? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Defensively, they were quite good as well. They were quite good defensively, Arsenal. They've not been good all season. Well, they have at times defensively, but fair play to them. They were good last night defensively.
I thought their crossbar had a boss game in defence, mate. Absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Ian, where are we winning the game today? If we win it, mate, Ian, where are we winning it?
I think Thiago's going to be important today, because if they're going to sit as deep as I think they are, he needs to find the right ball. I don't think the movement of the front three, maybe apart from Salah, has been great this season. I think Mane's been making a few wrong runs. I don't think Firmino's been finding the space he normally finds. So maybe this is where Thiago shines. Now, this is where this hopefully is where we find out why we brought him in. Because although we're playing Man United, when we signed Thiago, I thought we're bringing him in to play against the lesser teams like the West Broms and teams like that who sit in so that we can't get at them. Man United are doing that tonight. So this is the game where we want Thiago to step up now. We want him to find the ball, we want to find the right players, and we want to create some space for the team tonight. And if he does that, and Jota is on the form before his injury, who knows what's going to happen?
Connor, do you see the formation being slightly different anyway? Do you think we'll just do the standard 4-3-3? Do you think Thiago is in there to try and control the game?
I think so. I feel like, let's be honest, guys, overall, I think we're all quite disappointed with Thiago this season. There's been numerous reasons why, but let's be honest, he was European UEFA Champions League in the Team of the Year last year, and he's not hit that even close to that level. But as you say, tonight is a platform for him to go. I feel like it will be obviously Fabinho in the 6, and I'd imagine it would be Thiago to the right, Eugenie at the left. It is an opportunity for Thiago. I think it's a great point, Ian. Like, it is an opportunity, because I thought the Madrid game would have been a good, a big moment for him. Obviously, didn't start that game as well, which is a bit of a strange decision at the time. I feel like the problem I've got with this Liverpool team is there's been times this season where it does click. Not a lot, but there has been. But see, because you've got a front three, none of them are I would say none of them are killer clinical level. Not that one chance, one goal. So even if we play well for 20 minutes and we get that one chance and we miss it, I actually find that disheartening as a Liverpool fan, because none of those front three, let's be honest, even though Salah's stats are amazing, but they all miss their fair share. You would never put your mortgage on them scoring And in times we've got away with that, or because we've created loads of chances, and it's really emphasised this season. But there's just moments where Liverpool, if they get a spell in this game tonight, they have to score when they're on top, because Man United will have spells as well. And that's the difference with this team, is I feel like, see, when you've got a number 9, even though our front three, because with Firmino coming deep, they probably get 40 goals, 45 goals a season. If you get a Torres, you're maybe only getting 20, 25 goals a season playing to his strengths and with a proper number 9. But the way you look at that in previous years is, you know, if you get a chance with a Torres or a Suarez, you'll score. Whereas with our front three, I could see us playing well the first 20 minutes and we miss a few chances. And then what happens is, I don't know about you guys, but every time we play United, they always seem to get one chance. They'll score at Old Trafford. And I feel like tonight, they have to be on it. I don't want to see a one-on-one miss tonight. Tonight is huge. I need that killerness. I need that clinicalness. And that's, I know I went on about that, but for me, I think Thiago can be a big part in this game, because United are sitting in, and it's a huge game for him to step up, because we need to see something. As Liverpool fans, we need to see that Thiago. I'm not saying he's going to be the level of Bayern Munich this season ever, but I think he will reach that level for Liverpool next season. But tonight, we need to see something from him, and I feel like it's a good point that with United sitting deep, I think we could capitalise, especially with him. If our front three make the runs, I felt at times this season, lazy is maybe the wrong word, but there's times Thiago gets it, and if I'm a wing forward in the Premier League and I'm looking for a person to find me, it would be Thiago. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I sometimes feel like they're not the movement. If you watch Man City against Liverpool at Anfield, the front three in Man City, no, don't get me wrong, they're in much better form, but they look like they're working on stuff all the time to break teams down. I feel like apart from Salah, I don't think our front three, they don't look like they're trying new things in movement anyway. I didn't see that. I don't know if you guys agree.
I think you've got.
Sorry. The thing is, one of the guys said on the text at the bottom, we've got to give the protection for Thiago to dip in. We've got to give him the protection to dig in, to give him the license to perform and pick the passes. You know, you've got to protect him. Firmino's got to protect him and do his bit, mopping up the back, enabling Thiago to pick them passes with what Connor just said there. You've got to give him that freedom.
He did have Goretzka last year as well, so Bayern played a 4-2-3-1. Now, protection, I hear what you're saying, but he's not a number 10. Like, to play in a pivot, you have to have a bit about you as well. But I get what you're saying. He had Goretzka next to him, who's built like I can't swear, I was going to say something. He's built like, Goretzka's a very good holder, and he can protect them. So, no, I do agree. I feel like Klopp has tried several things this season to get the best out of Thiago, and I don't think any of them have really worked properly yet, I'll be honest. I do think it will click, but I just don't think it has this season.
Good point about Goretzka. Just about to say, what we've got to stop doing is assuming as Liverpool fans that Thiago's going to go and sit in a 10 position or even an 8 position and start tearing teams to pieces. He played for however many years he played for Bayern Munich as a 6 with Goretzka around him, with Muller around him. He was the guy that took the ball off the back four and gave it to the guys that then created the assists, which is why when you go and look at his stats, this guy doesn't have 20 assists and 12 goals a season from the 10 position. He's not that type of player. He's a transition man. He's the guy that does the work in the middle of the park. What we're seeing at the moment, and it goes back to your point, Connor, and I would agree, the movement up front is very poor. The reason why is we're playing so deep with the defence at the moment because they're terrified of it. Thiago's trying to hit front men from 40 yards away. Yep. When we've got Van Dijk and Gomez playing, and they sit right on the halfway line, that compresses the opposition's half. So our midfield are forced to engage with our front men. So yes, the movement. Bobby Firmino in particular needs a game tonight. He needs to show us something because he hasn't done it in a while.
I do agree, Steve. My question to you guys would be then, why is Klopp not adapted that to a sense then? Like, we know we can't press, and I just feel like, is that because our system's great, but our players are just good? They're not unbelievable players. Like, they can't just adapt to different systems. That's what I was wondering. I don't know if that's a strong comment, but I've been thinking that for the past 3 months, and I just wanted to. Do you agree with that, Steve?
I'll let the other guys come to that in a second, but I'm going to agree with you. I think if you take some of our star players out, let's talk Jordan Henderson, who is magnificent of all the things he does for Liverpool. but he's magnificent in the system that's been created to make him magnificent. If you put him on the transfer market tomorrow and he went to sign for Real Madrid, they'd be looking at him going, what do we do with him? In the same way that we look at Thiago and go, what do we do with him? Because he doesn't fit in what they're trying to do. Whereas our squad, our system's been built around the two recyclers in midfield, Henderson and Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum's always available. That's his biggest strength, his availability, his athleticism. He's as fit as a flea. You see him in the opponent's half in the 93rd minute chasing down balls. This thing, and I'll say it again, and I've said it loads of times, this thing on Twitter when Wijnaldum gets the ball and turns and gives the ball back to Fabinho, and everyone takes to Twitter calling him a ghost and saying he hasn't assisted in 100 games, it is because of what you've just said. We're slow to get the ball to him. When he turns around to look forward, there's no movement, and all the guys up front have been shut down. So what do you want him to do? Give the ball away. So he's going to try and recycle possession in the hope that somebody wakes up and makes a run that we've become accustomed to in our front three. So I don't buy into the Wijnaldum thing. The guy will leave the football club, and best of luck to him. Some of our fans don't deserve him. Some of our fans ball watch only, and they don't understand what he does in the team. That's my opinion. So you know, tonight's a big game for him because he'll have a lot of defensive responsibility, particularly if we're going to go and ask Thiago to do something he's not used to doing. So I'll come to you, Ian, on Connor's thoughts there. Are we a system team, Conroy, sorry, are we a system team that where the players can only play that system, or are they good enough to adapt to something else at short notice in high-pressure games like this?
I think Conroy was spot on what he said. I don't think every single one of our players is a world beater, but our system makes it seem that way. The way the system is, like Andy Robertson. I think Andy Robertson is absolutely fantastic for Liverpool. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I think he's very good for Scotland. But our system allows our fullbacks to play that way, where they wouldn't be allowed to play that way in a system where they're being asked to be a proper fullback. They're almost like wingers, very similar to Jason McAteer was never the right back. But as he played as a right wing back, when we played that 3-5-2 under Roy Evans, Jason McAteer looked like one of the best right backs, full backs in the league at the time. When we went back to a back four, when he came in, he looked lost there. I'm not saying Robertson's that bad, but the system.
I think Robertson's maybe at that level now. Like I think Robertson's rise, I would agree, is because of you maybe see the amount of assists he gets. I feel like defensively though, Robbo can go up against most wingers apart from Serge Gnabry, who seems to do him every time. But apart from him, but I feel like you're right, mate. I think Andy Robertson's trajectory is probably one of the best in recent years. Like, if you talk about, see how Trent struggles defensively, and he's probably been working on it for years. But Robertson, the thing that annoys me, if you used to like reactions, see Robertson, he never gets beat down his side, but he doesn't get any credit for that. Like, teams are scared to go down his side, but people give him a 6 or a 7. I'm like, but if Trent has a game defensively like that, people will not stop talking about it. And I know there's different ages and that, but I just wanted to say, mate, I feel like initially I would say that with Robbo, but I feel like now Robbo's, see, because the chips are down in defence now, and Robbo's still not getting done. I think he's still been quite sound defensively. I think he's improved a lot.
I think Robertson's always been sound defensively anyway. I think he had to work on his attacking side of his game. I think that was the side that
his shape is movement and shape a bit as well. Yeah.
I think he was the reverse for Trent, whereas Trent is he's a midfielder by trade. So we had to establish him better as a defender, which I think he's looked a lot better as a defender this year. I mean, he may not have the numbers he had as a creative right back last season, but I think people have totally been blind to how much he's improved as a defender this year, Trent.
Yeah. I wasn't comparing because I know Trent, it's a different circumstance. I just meant in the sense of with the system, it's quite funny, isn't it? It's like we had 2 years of two fullbacks getting 11 and 12 assists respectively, and it was just normal. It was just normalised.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I just think Robertson has developed the opposite way round to Trent. I think they both done brilliant, and that's down to the system.
See, I think we've got the most efficient Vorsprung-Dorp technique German system type of thing that any team has had in the Premier League in recent years. But I also think it's one of the most vulnerable systems as well in terms of, and it is right, when something comes out of that, one of the major culprits, in this case, Van Dijk, who was superb with our transition with those 60-yard laser-guided passes into the pass Salah to turn the teams around. When those come out of it, Klopp's not animated on the line anymore because I don't think he knows how to solve the problem with our current position and the current injuries we've got, where players are playing, and the fact that we're playing Thiago in a team that's playing defensively on the stretch, which really, really doesn't help Thiago at all. He must be wondering what the bloody hell he's come into, because we signed him. We'd won the league by a country mile. People were talking about us dominating everything, winning the boat race and all kinds of stuff because we were that good. and then it just blew up, and it's gone. And all that momentum, all that confidence. You know, they say winning football matches is a great habit. Not winning football matches is a habit too. Unfortunately, that's become a feature of our game at the moment. What I want to see more than anything else today, and if we lost 4-3 doing it, whoever I talk to about it, I will be happy, is a bit of blood and thunder from Liverpool. Let's go back to the heavy metal football, because that's, if you're brave against Man United, if you're brave against Manchester City, you're brave against Chelsea, you get something. If you're passive and you sit off and you try and pick up what they're doing and counter them, and look for little pockets to drill the ball in the hope that Salah gets behind somebody. And let's be honest, Luke Shaw's played Mo Salah very well in the last couple of years.
Several times, yeah. It's not just this season. He's done them a few times, yeah.
Very, very good against Salah. We need the rest of the team to stand up and be counted tonight. I don't want to see a passive performance. This is our season and a microcosm in the sense that it all comes down to this. If we don't win this game tonight, for all intents and purposes, it's done, isn't it? We're not going to get the top four. So, for all of your travesty, all of your injuries, all of your problems that you've had, bring them all together, throw them on the table, and say, tonight's the first night you get a chance to eradicate all of those things and take a massive step towards finishing in the top four, which you pointed out at the top of the show, Conroy. That would be insane, the way we've been playing to get top four. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
It would be a not. Listen, I'm not comparing it. It's a paper over a crack in the sense of we all know we're not deluded. We know it's been a poor season, and a write-off. But it's one of them. It's like if you get the Champions League, it means forget about the season, and it's a bonus. You're like, never did I see this happening. And it's a bit like remember Arsenal? Arsenal winning the FA Cup last year. Now, two teams in different places, but see that FA Cup win. A lot of people would say that's bought Arteta all this time. And the optimism. Now, we're in a better state than that. I'm not comparing us to Arsenal. However, if we manage to get the Champions League, it is like stealing. It's actually like you've robbed it at the last minute. You've just managed to sneak in, and I feel like it would be it would be unbelievable. It's insane to even think about it.
Absolutely. Well, we've been on nearly 30 minutes, guys, and I know Dave needs to go and fill up his glass. So, in case you didn't notice, tonight's pod's been sponsored by Guinness. Thanks, Dave. So round the lobby, just to see how we feel. Dave, I'll ask you first because I know you're going to be the most positive man on the planet. 3 points, 1 point, no points. What's it going to be?
3 points.
Good man.
If I couldn't go for 3, I'd go for 10.
Law of averages goes for 3 points today with the way we've been with Klopp and United.
Okay. Don't know what's happened to our guest. I think it's going to be a draw. I personally do believe it'll be.
Nah, get off the fence. Come on.
I do think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a draw, mate.
We've got to show a bit of passion tonight. Like you said, if we get stuck into them tonight, they won't want to know. They won't want to know. We've got to show tonight what it means to play for Liverpool Football Club and wear that shirt and beat that shower of shite from up the East Lancs Road.
We need an early goal, Steve. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Well, Conroy told us early on he felt confident, so I think he would have gone 3.
Loving that.
If he's going to pick up the end of this, always good to have new people on. I'd like to see a few more. So those people sending in the comments, Chris Welch, for instance, get yourself your smartphone geared up, mate. Come and have a chat. So that'll be it, boys. Half an hour in. Enjoy the game. Hopefully, we'll all have smiles on our faces come the end of the match and we'll have something to season with. few more games where you have to go hard and try and win them. So thanks for coming on, and go and enjoy the game, guys.
See you
Cheers,
later.
boys. Sabbath.